Hi, this is Ava Siu. Thanks for joining me again. Today we will practice a Yin Yang flow. In the first half of the practice, we will practice some Yin pose, which we will stay longer in each pose. And in the second half, we will do some Vinyasa flow, which is the Yang side. And finally, we will have a short Shavasana for the final relaxation. Let's get some props before we start. You may need 2 blocks and a folded blanket. Please have them ready around your mat, and we will come into our first pose, a toe squat. Come into your knees with your toes flexed and bring the feet together, the heels together. Flex the toes and gently seat the hip on the heels. Take a moment to sense of your body. If it's too intense for you, you're welcome to relax the feet and come into a hero pose. Or maybe come into a easy sit with the legs crossed. Take a moment to arrive in your practice. Maybe start noticing your breath. Let your breath guide you to the present moment. Relax your palms on the thighs. Maybe gently soften the gaze and close the eyes. Take a moment to scan the body. Bring your shoulders stack over the hips and the heels. Relax the shoulders and neck. Relax the back, upper back, and lower back. Come into a neutral position. Notice where is the sensation. Is there any tension you're holding? Take a deep breath in to the tense area. Maybe it's the feet, maybe it's the thigh. And in the exhale, release and relax that area. Notice your breath. Be aware when you breathe in, your lungs and ribs expand. In the exhale, the energy flows from the bottom of the spine and up and out through the nose. Take a few more breaths here. Let yourself be ready for the practice. Bring yourself to the mat and to this moment. Let go of anything that you don't need it for now. And gently open the eyes. Bring the palms to the front and release the feet. Maybe bring some organic movements here. Maybe tapping the feet. When you're ready, come into a lay on your stomach. Come into our next pose, a Sphinx pose. If your whole body lay down on your stomach, bring your arms and elbow forward, press your upper back up. Notice your your shoulders over the elbow, the forearm, any position may be parallel of each other, maybe bring the palms in. Take a moment to adjust the pose for your body. Maybe spread the fingers wide. When you're ready, relax in the lower back. Open the chest forward. Notice is there sensation that you're holding. Relax the legs and relax the hip and the lower back. Gaze forward or gaze soften to the floor. We will stay for 3 minutes. Use the breath to soften and release any tension that you're holding. Notice, are you holding any tension in your face, in your jaw? Maybe use the breath to soften the face, soften the lips. Keep breathing and let go of any tensions and thoughts that doesn't serve you for this moment. From here, notice your sensation. You're welcome to stay in Sphinx pose, or maybe press into the palms and lengthen, straighten the arms, and come into a seal pose. We're looking for sensation in the lower back. Bring your awareness to your back, especially the lower back. Is that too intense for you? If that's too intense, come back to a Sphinx pose, or lay down for a rest. Adjust your palms distance, maybe further, maybe wider. Maybe bring the arms closer for more deepening into the pose. When you're ready, we will stay for 2 minutes. soften the neck and soften the gaze. In yin poses, we're looking for some sensation, which is we can stay there for a while, but we never look for pain or some electrical feeling in the body. If you're feeling pain or extreme sensations, please back off and release from the pose and adjust. Breathe in, send the breath to where you feel the tension. Can you relax it with your exhale? And gently release. Lower yourself to on your stomach. Bring your palms together and rest the forehead on the palms. Take a moment to notice the rebound feeling in your body. Gently come up. Bring your palms on the mat and push back to a child's pose. Bring the big toes together, knees together or knees wide. Forehead on the mat. Arms extend forward or back at the two sides of the body. Relax your spine and hip completely. Let the gravity do the thing for you. Gently come up into a tabletop pose. The shoulders over over the wrists and hip over the knees. From here, bring your right knee behind the right wrist and the right hand. Bring your feet outward behind the left hand. We'll come into a pigeon pose and start walk your left leg to the back. Come to a point that you can feel something in your body. If your hips is lift, you may use a block or a blanket to fill in the gaps so that your both hips is grounded and supported. Lengthen in the arms and open the chest. Take a moment to settle in a pigeon pose or a swan pose we call in Yin Yoga. Lengthen in the spine and relax in the lower back and relax in the legs. You may stay in the upright position or slowly walk the hand forward for a sleeping swan or sleeping pigeon pose. Your choice of the arm position may be palms forward, maybe lower the elbows, maybe lower the whole upper body and rest the forehead on the mat or on the palms. We will stay for 2 minutes. And gently press yourself up. Remove the block or blanket. Lean forward on your arms and bring the back leg behind the front leg. Bring the feet wide and come into a shoelace pose. From here, maybe you adjust your shoelace, bring the knees stacking over each other. So in this side of the right leg is on top and left leg on the bottom. Adjust the pose that you feel the both sit bones is grounded. Adjust the feet. If there is a large gap between the knees and knees between the mat, you are welcome to use a block or blanket to fill in the gaps. Take a moment to feel into the pose. Check in if you're fully grounded. Option to stay here or maybe walk the hands forward. We will stay for 2 minutes in the shoelace pose. Notice your both sit bones are grounded. Adjust your upper body. Maybe relax completely. Maybe gaze forward. Gently and slowly push yourself up. Remove your props if there is any. Bring your hands at the back and release the legs. Extend the legs to the front. Come to a stillness or shake the legs side to side. Maybe some windshield wipers to the legs. Some gentle movements to the lower body. And slowly come to a stillness. Come back to your tabletop. We will come into the other side of the swan or the pigeon pose. From your tabletop, bring your left knee forward to meet the left arm. Bring your feet behind the right hand and start walk the right leg backward. Notice your front shin do not have to parallel to the edge of the mat. Adjust your feet to feel good in your body. It can be any angle. It can be close to the hip area, to your groin, or maybe further towards the hands. Adjust your hips, both hips facing forward. Maybe use the props to fill in the gaps to bring the ground, bring your hips towards the ground. When you're ready, press into the palms or the fingertips. Open the chest to the front. Relax in the lower back. Relax in the legs. Keep breathing. And from your upright position, you're welcome to stay or maybe walk the hands forward for a sleeping swan pose. Again, your option of your upper body and arms. Choose your version of the pose and come to a sweet spot. We will stay for 2 minutes. Notice, is there any difference between the right side body and the left side? Notice, can you send the breath to the area you're feeling sensation? Maybe use the breath out to release the tension. Use the exhale to release the muscles. Keep Noticing your breath in and breath out. And slowly bring the palms on the mat. Press into the mat. Lean your upper body forward. Bring your knee behind the front knee and come into the other side of the shoelace pose. Take a moment to adjust in your pose and come to seated on your sit bones, on your hip. Your both knees stack over each other. Maybe use the props, maybe use the blocks to fill in the gaps between the mat and the knees. Maybe knees between the knees, between the knees. Find your pose, adjust your feet that you can feel the sensation in your outer hip, in your thigh, your hamstring, or maybe your calf. You're welcome to stay here and notice the feeling with the breath, or maybe start walk the palms forward and come to your version of the pose. We will stay for another 2 minutes here. Relax the gaze, your face, relax the neck, relax any tension. Send the breath down and use the breath to release the tensions. And gently push the floor to push yourself up Release the legs very slowly. Your version of the rebound come to a stillness or some movement to the legs, or maybe some windshield wipers. Bend into the knees and drop it side to side. And when you're ready, send the legs forward, extend the legs forward, come to a staff pose. From here, you're welcome to sit on a block or a blanket. Options. From here, lean forward, really with your relaxed upper back. Around your back to lean forward, or maybe bring some paddings underneath the knees, maybe a rolled up blanket, bring it underneath the knees, have the knees micro bend a little, or if it's not enough, maybe use a block to place underneath the knees. Relax the legs and relax the upper body. Extend the arms forward. Let the gravity do the forward fold for you. Relax the head and neck. Maybe bring a block to support the forehead. Or maybe bring a bolster that you can lean on a bolster. Relax the whole body into the pose. Bring the awareness to where you are feeling the sensation. This may be an intense pose. You may feel into the hamstring, the back of the legs, your lower back, your upper back. Just notice the feeling and let go of the tensions with the breath. 2 more minutes. Take a quick body scan that do you need to adjust the pose. Maybe lean forward forward, come into a deeper version of the pose. Maybe it's too intense back. Move your body up a little bit. And gently bring yourself up and release from the pose. Lean back for a rebound. And again, your version of the rebound pose maybe come into stillness or maybe some movements. Whatever it feels good in your body. And then we will come into some movements, a quick warm-ups for our yang flows. Remove your props and bring the two blocks in the front, near the front of the mat. And come into a standing pose with your knees, with your feet at hip distance, and send your hips down to a Malasana garland pose. Check in if you were stable here, maybe add some paddings or blankets at the heels. When you're ready, bring your elbows inside of the knees and press the knees outward. Bring the palms together at the heart center. You may bring some movements in this pose. Bring the weight to the left and right. A very gentle hip opening pose. And start bringing some movements to our body from the yin practice. Lengthen the spine and the neck and keep moving in your Malasana pose. And then we come to stillness. Bring your palms forward and start straighten the legs and come to a forward fold. Bring the feet parallel or slightly outward. Adjust your stance and bend into the knees. Lean your stomach on the thighs. Relax your upper body and neck. Again, bring some movements in your forward fold. Maybe straighten the left leg and then bend into the right. Straighten the right and bend into the left. Use your arms and your hands to bring balance. Any movements that you need for your body. And gently come to stillness. Bring your hands to the hip and roll your spine up to a mountain pose. Bring your palms, adjust your stance, maybe wider or maybe bring the heels closer. Bring your palms at the hip. Bring the palms at your hip, fingers pointing to the floor, elbows together. We do some forward bend and back bend movements. Inhale, lengthening the spine, chest forward, and exhale. Keep your spine long and fall forward. Maybe come to a 90-degree and inhale, come back. Exhale, bend to the back and press into the hips. Maybe bring the elbows together and inhale, come up to center. 2 more rounds. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, fall forward with your long spine. Inhale, come up, and exhale, bend to the back. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Inhale, come up, and exhale, fall forward. Long spine, chest forward. And inhale, come up. Exhale, bend into the back. Open the chest and inhale, come back to center. Draw a big circle with your arms. Interlace the fingers. Press the palms towards the sky. Inhale. Take a few breaths here. Relax the shoulders. Bring the arms at the ear level. And engage in the core. Lengthening the side bodies. And take a deep breath in. Exhale, bend into the right side. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, bend into the left. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, bend into the right. Inhale, up. And bend into the left. Inhale, come back and release the hands. Come into the front of the mat. Feet at hip distance. Come to palms at the heart center to a mountain pose. Press in 4 corners of the feet. Lift the kneecaps. Engage in the legs. Engage in the core. Chest forward. Relax in the shoulders and neck. Bring the hands and arms up. Sit into your chair pose. Lower the hip. Gaze forward or gaze down. Draw a circle to bring the palms on the floor into a forward fold. Bend into the knees. And inhale a flat back. And exhale, fold. Plant your hands, bring your left leg back, lower the knees, come into a low lunge. Palms at the knees or maybe at the waist. Bring the both hips face towards the front. And bring the palms, maybe use the blocks to walk into your half split. Draw your hip backward and extend the front leg, straighten the front leg, flex the front leg, flex the front feet. Take a few breaths here. Keep your long spine. And walk your hands to the front, to the side of the mat. Come into a gaze pose. Turn your feet and come up. Bring your right hand on the hip, and inhale, lengthen into the left side, bend into the right. Come back and bring your palms on the ground. And sit back to a Skandasana side stretch. And come back to a half split. And turn your body towards the front side of the mat. And come back to a low lunge. Plant your hands. Tuck the back toe and lift the back knee. Send the right leg up and back to a free leg dog. Lower the feet to a downward dog. Come to the front to a plank. And exhale, lower the knee, chest, and the chin. Inhale, come up to cobra or baby cobra. And exhale, send the hip up and come to a downward dog. Maybe take some paddings of the heels. And come to stillness. Extend the shoulders and arms. Bring the left leg up to free leg dog. Send the left leg to the front. Lower the right knee, come into a low lunge. Bring the hips down, sink the hips down. And maybe use the blocks or maybe walk the hands to the half split. Lengthen the spine, lengthen into the front leg. Flex the front feet. And walk your hands to the right side. Turn your whole body face the right side. Come into a gate pose. Right hand on the hip, left hand on the hip, lengthen in the right hand. And exhale, bend into the left. Inhale, come back to center. Bring your palms down and lean back to a Skandasana, a side stretch. And come back to a half split. Walk your hands forward. Tuck the back toes and send the left leg up and back to free leg dog. Your version of vinyasa, or I will meet you in the downward dog. Maybe come into the plank pose and exhale, lower the knees, chest, and chin. Inhale to baby cobra and press back to a downward dog. For your downward dog, walk the feet to the front and come to a mountain pose, arms up. And exhale, palms to heart center. Inhale, bring the arms up into a big circle, lower to forward fold. Inhale to reflect back and exhale, fold. And come back, draw a big circle to a mountain pose, arms up. Exhale to heart center. From here, bring your left leg behind the right leg. Bring your feet next at the outer side of the right feet. so that you're crossing your legs from here. Maybe use the blocks. Bring two blocks in the front. So now your right foot in the left and your left foot on the right. Inhale, lengthen in the legs. And exhale, fold forward to grab your blocks. Maybe stay here, or maybe exhale, lean forward and fold more into the pose. Inhale, flat back, and exhale, fold. Hold for a few breaths here. Remove the props, blocks aside, release from the legs, come into a forward fold. Bring the palms down and left leg back, left heel up, and come into a high lunge. Your versions of arms up or arms at heart center. Press your back heel down and come into a warrior two. Open to the side, checking if your front knee stacking over the front ankle. Your arms at the shoulder level. Relax the shoulders. Gaze at the right fingertips. Stay in the warrior two. And bring your left hand to the wrist. We'll come into a half moon. Maybe bring the props you need. Maybe two blocks in the outer edge, outer corner of the mat. Bring the right palm on the block or on the mat. Lift the back leg and bring your weight to the hand and the right leg. Open the chest. You may stay or extend the left arm up. And slowly come back. Release the arms, release the legs, come back to a high lunge. Lift the back heels and bring the hands back to the mat. Send the right leg up to a three-leg dog. Again, your version of vinyasa. Maybe to a plank, maybe to a knee stretching or chaturanga, maybe a baby cobra or up dog. And come back to a downward dog. Bring your left leg up to downward three-leg dog, and left leg front between the hands. Come up to a high lunge. Maybe arms up, maybe at heart center. Take a few breaths here. Engage in the legs. Extend the back leg long. Strong legs. Press the right heel down and open into a warrior two. Press into the outer edge of the right feet. the front knees stacking over the front ankle. Relaxing the shoulders over the hip. And prepare for your half moon pose. Bring your palms, or maybe, bring your right hand on the thigh, on the hip. The left hand on the block or on the floor. Lift the back leg up and open the chest. Straighten the front leg. Straighten your left leg and open the chest to the right side. Keep lifting the back leg. Maybe stay here. Keep breathing. Maybe extend the right hand up to the sky. Balance into the pose. Keep breathing. And gently release and come back to a high lunge. Bring the palms down and walk the feet back leg to meet the front to a forward fold. From here, bring your palms, bring your blocks, bring your right leg behind the left leg so that your right feet is at the left side. Inhale, flat back, and exhale, fold forward. And gently release the legs. Bring the feet wide at the hip distance, or even wider at the mat distance. Point the toes a little outward and sit into your Malasana. When you're ready, bring your elbows inside of the knees. Press into the palms. Lengthen in the spine. Take a few deep breaths in. And notice, is there any different to your first Malasana, the garland pose? And gently release and come into a seated pose. Extend, bring your feet on the mat, knees up. We'll come into a half bow pose. Bring your palms to catch your knees and your back knee. Lean your upper back. Lean back your shoulders and lengthen in the spine. And slowly bring your calf up, parallel to the mat. Form a V shape with your upper back and your thigh. You may stay here or release your palms upward and extend your arms parallel with your mat and your shins. Keep breathing. And release the legs and bring a hug to your legs. Squeeze your legs to your chest and release. And again into the half boat. Bring your hands to grab your legs. Lift the shins and the calf. Lengthen in the spine. Stay or release the arms up. Palms up. Lengthen in the arms. 2 more breaths here. And gently release. Extend your left leg. Step. Bring your right leg hug into your right leg and bring your right foot outside of your left thigh. Have your right arm behind the back on the mat and use your left hand to hug in the right leg and the right knee. Inhale and open the chest and exhale, twist to the right side. Maybe bring your left elbow outside of the right knee. Inhale into the spine. Exhale, twist to the right. Two more breaths. And gently release and switch the legs. Extend the right leg and bring the left leg up. Bring the left leg in. Hug into the left leg and bring the left foot outside the right thigh. Hug into the left knee. Rest the left palm on the mat and inhale, lengthen in the spine, open the chest. And exhale, bring the left elbow out, right elbow outside the left knee and twist to the left. Keep opening the chest and twist from the lower back and to the upper back, and finally maybe your neck and your gaze. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, twist to the left. One more deep breath in. And in the exhale, can you twist a little more to the left? And exhale, gently release. Extend the legs long. We will do a forward fold again. Ground your both sit bones. Extend the legs. Lengthen the legs. Press the heels forward. Flex the toes. Engage your legs. And inhale, lengthen into the spine. Keep engaging the legs. Exhale, maybe fold forward. Lean forward with your long spine. Keep lengthening into the spine. Can you catch your ankles or maybe your shin, maybe some toes, or maybe the outer edge of the sole? Whenever you are, but keep engaging the legs and press into the heels. Keep flexing the toes and lengthen into the spine. 2 more breaths. And gently release the legs, release yourself back, and come to a supine. Lay on your back. Bring your knees to the chest, both knees to the chest. Give yourself a back hug. Maybe rock it side to side. Bring your left ankle over the right knee to form a figure 4 pose. You may stay or start. Bring your palms interlace the fingers behind the right hamstring, or maybe interlace the fingers on the shins, on the white shins. Find your figure 4 and sense the tension, any feeling in your body. Keep hugging in the right knee and the right leg. And gently release. Extend the right leg, hug into the left leg, hug in the left knee. Send the left knee to the right side for a supine twist. Extend the left arm out. Release into the whole body. Relax the legs. Maybe gaze to the left. Gently come back and hugging both knees. Bring both knees in some movements, rock side to side. And from here, lower your left leg and bring the right ankle over the left knee. Come into the right side of the figure 4 pose. Maybe lift the left leg and interlace the finger at the back leg. And keep pressing, keep bringing the left leg towards the chest, or maybe interlace the fingers to grab the left shins. Feel the difference to this side and to the left side. Notice the different feeling in the left and right body. Notice the different sensations, and is perfectly fine and common in the body. And gently release the left leg, hug into the right knee. Send the right knee to the left, come to a twist. Extend the right arm long to the side, maybe gaze to the right. Notice what are you holding here. Release and relax the body completely. Let your legs and hips go where it wants to be. Soften into the gaze and the face. Soften into the shoulders. And bring your both knees back up and hugging into the knees. This time lift your chest and neck. Squeeze yourself into a very small spot. Squeeze the whole body into one point. And release to our final pose, Shavasana. Release the legs apart, maybe at the mat. Release the hands, palms up at the side of the body. Release the neck. Options to stay in your back for the laying down a Shavasana, or maybe come up into a easy seat, any comfortable seat. We will stay for the 5 minutes before ending the class. Start, soften into the gaze, maybe close the eyes, soften the eyebrows, release the middle of the eyebrows, soften into the cheek, the chin, the jaws, soften the lips and the tongue, soften the neck, soften into the shoulders, the elbows, the hands, the palms, and soften the fingers. Soften the lower back. Soften the right leg, the right thigh, the right feet and toes. Soften the left leg, left thigh, the left ankle, the left foot and the toes. Soften the whole body. Notice your breathing. When you're ready, you may stay in the Shavasana as long as you need. When you're ready, bring some movements to the ankles, to the wrists, to the fingers. Gently turn yourself to the right side. With your eyes closed, push yourself up and come to a easy seat, a comfortable seat. Release the chin. Bring your palms to the thigh or knees. Keep breathing in your own pattern. Bring your palms together at the heart center. Thank you for practicing today. Thank you for practicing the Yin Yang flow to balance the yin side of the body and the yang side of the body. We need both yin and yang in our body to keep ourselves balanced. Gently open the eyes, and thank you for joining me today again. I wish you have a great day, and namaste.